Hi, this is Laurie from Pride. I've got another new little project for you today, and it's called cardboard weaving. And it's kind of colorful and it's fun. Shouldn't take too long, but it's one of those things you can put it down and then come back and pick it up. So what you're going to get is you're going to have a cardboard, which is, you need to have the edges split. You just put cuts all across and match them up on the bottom. And I found the easiest way to do this was with a pair of wire cutters, but yours is going to be done already. So you will get one of these, and you will also get yarn. This is your little packet that you'll get. It's going to have yarn, it's going to have a hunk of tape in it, and it's going to have your needle that you need to weave, which you don't really. If you don't like using the needle, you could use your fingers. Okay, you'll need a pair of scissors though. So that's where we're going to start. Pretty colors, I like them. Okay, so the first step that we're going to do is we're going to take the long red yarn, that's the longest one, the other ones are all smaller. So you're going to take one end, slip it through one of the slits on the end. You're going to tape it down. And I gave you 2 pieces of tape, one for each end. When you do that, now you're going to go down and you're going to slide it into the bottom loop, come across the back, see, to the next one, and you're going to keep doing that, and you're going to do it all across the whole thing. When you've done that, you're going to tape it down, okay? This is your warp. This is what they call the warp, going up and down. Now you're going to see I'm going to use a chopstick to make life easier for me. But for you, you don't need to do that if you don't want to, but you could use a chopstick, a pencil, anything. And it does get easier if you slip this through underneath so that when you go to run your needle with your yarn through it, you have some space to play with. See? Now you've got some room under here. So that's what you're going to do. You can, okay, see what would happen? Under, over, under, over, under, over, okay? So, on your instruction sheet, every step is put down completely. All right, so I've got pictures of everything you need to do and instructions under every picture. Okay, so the next thing that you would do is you're going to thread the needle. Now for somebody like me, I find these very helpful because my eyes do not want to see how to get the thread into, or the yarn, into the needle. It's a big needle. I mean, it's got a nice big opening so that it will go through fairly easy. Okay, so you're going to start by going under and then over, under, over, under, over, and then you're going to be finishing up. You're going to leave a tail on the end. When you run your first piece, you're going to run it all the way through to the end, pull it all the way through so that you have a tail. You leave that because you're going to need that. Otherwise, everything falls apart. So, when you're finished with that color, you just start the next color. And you can see, again, you're going to go under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under. See, you don't really need the chopstick. I just use that because it does make it quicker. You got a nice long pencil, it would work too. So you get to the end, you pull it all the way through again, leave yourself a tail. Okay. Push them down, scrunch them together so they look nice, and then under, over, and you're going to keep doing that until you get all the way through to the end. And then when you go to change the next color, you do the same thing. So what you're going to do is you're going to start on this end going under, and you're going to finish up on this end so that all your tails are in the same place. Okay? So your next step is going to be, after you finish all your colors, you're going to weave the little ends, those tails. You don't want them all just sticking out there. We've got other plans for that. Okay, so you're going to just take that little bit. I know, it could be a nuisance trying to get that little bit through the needle, but you could do it. And then you're going to go back through the ends. And you're going to just kind of let it come through where it's not really going to show. And you see, you're done. Now, you're just going to snip it. Whoops, end's all gone. Okay, so that was your next step. Looks like you're pretty much finished. And what you're going to do now to get it off of here is you're going to cut right through the back in the middle. Boop. Okay, we're going to take our tape off. Maybe. Well, it's been on there for a while, so it's not really happy about it. But this painter's tape actually works pretty good. It makes it come off a lot easier than any other kind of tape. So here you have it. But you've got all these dangly ends. So what you're going to do with those dangly ends